we live on this? I don't know. Hello everybody, I wanted to make this a live video, but unfortunately I don't know any technology. It's been literally an hour trying to figure it out, but guess what? I can't. And this looks really weird. I mean, honestly, my videos don't have great quality, but at least they're a little bit better than this webcam thing. But the thing is, as you can see in the title, I want to do the Despicable Me 3 review. It's been forever since the movie was released, and you may wonder, or maybe you're not interested, but you may wonder, why haven't you reviewed this movie? Like, weren't you looking forward to this movie? Well, I was, honestly. But when it came out, I was outside the United States, and what happened was that I just didn't have my equipment to do a video there, and I was with family, so I just didn't feel like it. And once I came back here, I was like, should I do a video, should I not? And it's just simply too late now. I feel like, what's the point, of me editing a fancy video with pictures and everything to, end up barely noticed. I mean, I don't do it because of the views or anything. I like commenting my opinion, but I'd rather just keep it for today. Casual. I'm sorry for the mess in my room, but yeah. So I decided to do kind of like a casual, face-to-face, not really, because I'm on my computer and there's no live chat. I really want to do like a live chat sort of thing one day. I just have to ask someone to help me set it up. Because I don't know. I tried for an hour. I just don't know how to do this stuff. But I love, interacting with people. Can I get in a discussion? Like, I would rather do that than this, for sure. I wish I could do it on Instagram, but none of, just people I know, like friends or family, and I don't think they'll be interested to just hear me talk about this, like you guys. So whatever. That was like 2 minutes of me just talking random stuff. So let's talk here. Have my notes. Let's keep it cash. No cutting. No jump cuts. So what did I think of Despicable Me 3? I was so disappointed in this film. So first I want to say, the first two Despicable Me are great. The first one is like an 8. I really like it. Maybe a 9. Let's go with 8. I really enjoy the first one. But my favorite one that I absolutely adore is the second one. The second one is a 10 for me. I remember going to theaters and spending the entire movie with a smile. I was just having so much fun. Enjoying every single second. And it's literally the opposite experience of what happened on this one. I was watching this film like this. Why? Like, I went with low expectations because I heard some reviews. From the moment I first saw the trailers, I was like, no. When they showed me the twin thing, I was out. I was like, no. So I was with low expectations, and usually they say if you go with low expectations, you might like it. And it happens sometimes, but not in this case. I absolutely dislike this movie so much. First things first. The biggest issue of the entire film is how many subplots it has. Because there's literally 1, 2, 3, like 5 different storylines. And it's absolutely ridiculous. And they don't even finish or develop correctly any of them. Number 1, let's go with Minions. The Minions were decent. I honestly found them kind of amusing, whatever. But it just felt like a short film from a different movie. It didn't fit at all with the story of the movie. It's just them being funny. In other movies, they used to interact with the group and being funny. It just made more sense. But this was just like, no, let's just give him like a sneak peek of Minions 2. That's how it felt like. And even I was surprised that I enjoyed their part, because I'm not a fan of them. I don't hate them like some people. I don't love them. I'm just like, give me as much needed. Like, I don't want a lot of them. I don't want so little of them. I feel like they're needed, but not so much. Great. But I did enjoy them. I like when they sang, but it was just kind of odd. But they were funny. Let's talk about Lucy and her whole deal with acting like a mom. I felt like this was such an awesome and interesting story to tell in this film. Like, I was like, yes, awesome. But they did it in such a horrible way. I was just, oh my gosh, no. Don't tell me. No, tell me you can hear this audio. I had to stop the video because I realized that my headphones were plugged. I was like, oh my gosh, could you hear whatever I said? So There is a cut in the video, but I'm not gonna restart the whole thing. Again, I'm really lazy today. But so I was talking about Lucy. Again, I feel like it was such an interesting story to tell. But they did it in such a horrible way. Like, I was shocked because I love Lucy in the second film, I mean. And, you can make this story so relatable to people because, there's women who married, like a man who had kids, and she's kind of like, I don't know how I'm supposed to act. Like, I want to bond with these girls, but I don't, want to force them to, like, call me mom. Like, I can see that happen in society, and I think it's really, like, an interesting story to tell. But they did it in such a bizarre, not funny, not emotional way at all. Like, they could have made, like, such a typical Pixar crying feeling moment, but they did so bad. Like, I was just so disappointed, honestly. It's just, there was no interesting moments, just felt rushed, and it was just such a big miss, because this was a really interesting storyline that could have been way better, way better. But I'm just, elimination, what happened to you? What happened to you? Okay, going back with Lucy also, third subplot, it's not a subplot, but something in general about her relationship with Gru sucks. Just gonna say that. It feels so forced, like it's kind of awkward, like he's like, babe, or something like that, I don't know, sweetie, I don't know what he says. It just feels like, are they married? It just feels like they're not supposed to be together. In the second one, I was like, yeah, cuties, yes. But in this one, I was just like, this is just uncomfortable. Like, they're acting really awkward with each other. I just didn't like their relationship at all. They didn't look close at all. He was lying to her, which at the beginning of a marriage is not, at any point in a marriage is not good. But, they just couldn't married. You would have expected something a little bit, more romantic or nicer of them. So that was really sad. The first film was so cute. The second, what I keep saying the first one. The second film was so cute with their relationship. And this one was just like, let's just get rid of all Lucy and Gru stuff and let's just focus on things that one cares. I'm like, why? And the whole deal with this movie was just that they tried to combine two films in one. And I think that's the biggest miss. Because why did you have to have so many storylines? It was just like a salad of things. It just felt awkward and uncomfortable, and okay, I made a bit like, dramatic here, and I'm kind of looking at myself in the camera. It's kind of weird. I'm sorry. It just felt like I don't get it. Why there's so many stories? Like, couldn't you make it Despicable Me 4 or something? I'd rather have another Despicable Me movie with a good developed story than this, whatever it was. Then the whole unicorn thing, like, that felt to me like a short film. Or like, oh, we really have the girls in this film, and everyone loves them, so let's just add like a random story to them. And it was just so like, for example, in the second film, they had the whole thing with Margot, that like this boy, and Gru got jealous, and I like that because it was Gru and the girls, and it kind of flowed with the story because the son was the guy was the son of the villain, so it was all connected. It made sense. But this was just so random. I thought it was adorable and cute, and I loved it when it was a goat in the end. It was just, and there was a little interaction with Gru also, because he was kind of like trying to tell her like, hey, unicorns don't exist. But it was just so subtle and kind of like, I just wish they didn't add this. I loved it, but in the overall movie, it just felt like, why is it here? Okay, the whole twin thing, I'm just gonna talk about it, because this was my least favorite part of this film. I just disliked it from the beginning. I just felt it was like, now you see me too again. Literally, one is blonde, the other one is bald. It's literally the same characters. I'm sorry, I'm talking so fast. But it's just so sad to, see this, whatever it was. I don't, okay, how can I say this? The storyline between brothers just felt not funny, really awkward. I just never liked it from the beginning. I don't like twin stories. The only time I like the twin story is Parent Trap. It was done awesome. But usually when they have these random I'm just like, if it's done well, I'm into it, yes. But it's when like this, it just feels super random and weird. Like, I just wish they had the entire movie just focused on Lucy's mom thing and the villain. Like, I feel the twin thing was so extra, so unnecessary, and I every time the twin appeared, I was just like, oh, when is this part over? I'm not enjoying this. I was trying to be like, okay, is this gonna get interesting? But the twin was just so annoying, always never listening to the other one. And they try to do emotional moments, which when they're like insulting each other, like, oh, your dad was right and this and that. It just didn't feel anything. And then they were like, oh, brother, this and that. It just felt rushed and forced. Again, I'm saying this again because it literally describes this film overall. It's every single subplot felt forced and rushed. And again, there was such a great opportunity there to be like an emotional Pixar moment. Nothing. Not even like, oh. I was like, you guys are so immature. I was like, I don't know. I just didn't like it at all. Nothing. Niente. And then the whole place he lives, it's a creative place, but just so feel it's kind of like, what's the whole deal with pigs? I don't get it. It's supposed to be funny. I'm not getting that. So I just didn't get that either. And then we have Balthazar. Okay, first villain called me, love him. Second one, awesome. Third one, okay. I love me some 80s music. I love it. It's because of my dad. And my dad is always listening to it. So every single song in the movie, I knew them. And I was super happy, like, especially when he steals that diamond. He dressed up. Okay, sorry, I'm going on a tangent. When he walks in, doesn't he kind of look like Donald Trump? Like when he's dressed up in that suit? Like, okay, this guy is bigger, but the hair and the hat, no, what's the tie? I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be Donald Trump or not, but it kind of looked like him. I don't know. It was just did you guys notice that? Maybe just me? I don't know. And then he takes out the suit, which I thought it was like, I did not expect that. I liked that. I was like, huh, look at that. And then he starts like dancing to this song while he's stealing this diamond or whatever you call it. And I loved that. I loved that. It was super like fun, and every song was super energetic and fun. Like when he played Michael Jackson, I was like, yes. It was just awesome. And I love his weapons, but I felt they could have done even more. I like this character, but I know it could have been 100 times better. Like there was so much potential in him, and they just were focusing so many other storylines that they just kind of were like, let's just keep him as this character as simple as we can. And I didn't like the whole backstory Hollywood thing. I just didn't feel like it. I don't know. I didn't like him with the whole Hollywood thing. I mean, oh, you don't like a villain, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's just I felt his reasoning was kind of weird, and I just didn't like it. But when it came to all the dancing and the songs, I loved it. But they could even added more stuff from the 80s. I felt like they could totally like even make it bigger. I didn't like his catchphrase in the movie. I watched this movie in Spanish, which I never do, but I was there. Yeah, so it was Spanish. It was weird. It was because I got used to hearing, like, I watched the first one in Spanish, but then I've seen the first one again in English, I think, and the second one in English too. So it's like weird to hear him in Spanish again. And the villain was so awkward. Like the voice in Spanish was like, he looked like he was 13. I was like, it doesn't fit with that guy who's like probably like in his 30s or 40s, you know. Sorry, another clip. And because I was kind of like stuck. And yeah, I just feel like Balthazar could have more potential, and it was just not, it was kind of wasted because it could have more songs. And in the end, when he's having his last like dance battle against Gru, I feel like the song wasn't powerful enough. Like, I know it's a Madonna song, this and that, but I wish they could have picked even like a bigger song with more energy. Like Bad was so perfect for the rivalry. This one just felt like, yeah, it's enjoyable, but it's not like an epic battle, you know, last scene of the movie kind of song. So that was kind of like a miss for me too. Yeah, and the ending also was really weird. The minions show up again. So convenient. It felt like not a movie, kind of felt like a TV show, like a bad TV show. What is it? They killed Nemo. Can we talk about that? How dare they kill Nemo. Like, that's so rude. And I didn't know Illuminations had a problem with Pixar. Like, everyone knows between DreamWorks and Pixar and Disney, they kind of hate each other. But Illuminations, it was so random. Like, what's your problem with Nemo? So, really weird also. I was like, huh. Oh, I didn't write anything else. These are my notes. And thank you, blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much for joining me. I know this is kind of like a weird video, but it was fun to just be casual, no jump cuts, no editing. It's kind of nice, just face to face, like we're chatting in real life, even though this is not a live chat. I promise I'll like try to find a way to like make it work somehow in the future, because I would really like to have you guys interact with me live and, you know, ask me stuff of the movie, and I'll ask you guys stuff. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. My name is Sol, and I'll see y'all very soon.